Hello, my name is Shadley, and welcome back for another episode of Hurrahs as German Empire. In previous episode, we did expand a little bit down here to the Nile as well as to the Sundry areas. We don't have too much stuff in here yet, but I think we are in a fairly good situation. I do actually wonder if we're to attack Masai, it would probably be a bit expensive in terms of infamy. So Equatorius 3, what about Rift Valley? How much would that be? 70, okay, so that would be bit too much, so we're not going to attack them. We also got quite a bit of infamy, so maybe we should actually wait before expanding right now, because if we get another colonial event and that suddenly increases our infamy by another 20, we might be facing another massive war. I don't actually want to do that war again, not like that anyway, although admittedly our fleet is now slightly larger. We've still got a fairly decent army. Of course we could even increase that even further if need be. Actually, perhaps we should. So we've got the main army. Does this have... oh, right, we've got the 40 battalions in there of conscripts. I'm going to go out and get a few more infantry. I'm going to get a few in Saxony. And then maybe a bit of artillery as well. Arnall's got a lot of peasants. 280,000 in there. Right, so that's going to be another 10 battalions for that army. Which does mean that if we do activate the conscripts, then we'll need to get another general to command all the troops. But that's just how it is. We're gathering a pretty good cash reserve as we speak. The population increase is still fairly decent at 600,000 per year. Although I suspect that we're starting to get to the point where the standard of living is starting to be so high that it's actually reducing the population curve a little bit. Thuriel Intent. A minor scandal has buzzed around the Progress Party as a piece of reformist fiction written by Howell Wirtz in his youth has begun to circulate once more. While sincerely written, that is the work's only merit. Tragic tale, but there's no reason to harass him. It's his problem, not the party's. No, well, the Progress Party's going to lose a bit of momentum over that, but that's fine. Well, it's not exactly fine, but we'll just have to live with it. The election is going to be done soon. Yeah, Conservative Party is going to be the clear winner and all that. Now, how's the situation in Sinai? Are we actually... oh yeah, the population is finally growing there. Yeah, we've got a load of migration coming in there. Oh, well, there we go. Political agitation, more authority, very nice. Another potential agitator, and minimum expected standard of living from literacy. I mean, that's not literally too bad. Let's actually have a look at our research. So we're currently getting the Zeppelins down here, which is... well, that's actually the last tier 4 tech over here in society. Alright then, and then after that we'll focus on military to get these two, as well as the better infantry and military aviation. And after that we could maybe get the concrete fortification or something. To get even better defenses there. And I suppose, actually with those three we can research mobile armor. There we go, we can start building tanks. And it's probably still going to take it well into 1920s before we begin that work, but sure. Oh, and there's a bit of food industry being built in Lothringen. Very good. That should also... yeah, it's going to take another 8 weeks, but that is definitely going to be improved. Actually, how is... I'm guessing the food security is pretty spot on. I mean, it's still 99%. There's still a little bit of people that have small problems, but I suspect that that's mostly in our colonies in Africa. I don't see them having huge issues down here, quite frankly. Oh, right. Zeppelins are even spreading now, so it's going to be done in... 4 months at most. The infamy is still a bit alarmingly high though. But I suspect actually, we don't need to give the Swedes the military support, or did we already stop that? Yeah, we're going to hold that for now. We probably did improve the relations with them fairly high. Yeah, it's currently 50. It can't really go too much higher, so we'll hold that. Can I? Well, I don't think I can actually form defensive pacts or something like that. Oh, right, so the relations did actually drop there for a moment. Well, that's fine. We've still got something that is keeping the relations somewhat positive. Where the embassy, I believe. Oh, the GDP per capita is only the second one in the world. Well, I suppose the standard of living is also the second in the world, so I'm guessing the... oh, SPD is potentially... how's our relations with the government ones? I think we're not fault taking a small hit there. They'll still move or lose some momentum, unfortunately, but that's just how it is. Oh, we'll discover it in Western Java. Well, well, well. An oil well, that is. Right, what's this then? Bulungan is having... oh. Oh, right, it's in Borneo. I forgot where that was. Oh, there we go. The election is done. Conservative Party is the clear winner. I don't think we need to initially change the government role. I think that's going to be totally fine. Now, how's the... Oh, we got 8 million in the investment pool. I wonder, perhaps, actually, why is, in terms of government... Oh, yeah, government dividends, the oil rigs are the biggest provider in there. There's things like banana plantations, military shipyards, paper mills and such that don't really make a massive profit right now. So I could potentially just privatize... well, actually, that is being privatized already. Opium plantations, you know what, I could probably privatize that as well. It would increase the profit, or the production a tiny bit. It may not be very effective, mind you, but I suppose it's helping. Get the treasures for these farms as well, or the tractors and whatnot. I think that's going to be fine. Put the assembly lines on the munition plant, at least in some of them. Probably same with the artillery foundries and arms industries. Electric industries, do I need to... No, if I switch fully to radio production, then it's going to be a lot of places that won't really make the... Oh, right, we've got 9 levels in Elsa's Lotharingen already. I suppose it's making a whole lot of money, doesn't it? Let's actually have a look. Is it making a lot of money? Oh, yes, it's got quite good profitability. It's 7,000, okay. I'm just going to go build one in there. There's quite interesting rebellions going on in here. There's lines... on maps. Kudos to anyone who gets that reference. Oh, there we go. We reached the same standard of living as we had before the war. Unfortunately, we are still number 2, so Switzerland is still ahead of us in there. Not by a large margin, mind you, but they are still ahead of us in the standard of living. Now, is there anyone else that I could perhaps try to get the embassy in? So there's, of course, the Dutch East Indies. There's Persia. Ooh. That could be an interesting option. Let's go ahead and improve relations with them. Oh. Ah, right. Relations are less than amicable. Right, so we already got fairly good relations with them, don't we? Well, there we go. There's the Zeppelins. Now, do we have a lot of trade routes? Actually, that's one of the things that I really should be doing with all that bureaucracy is trade. Trade, and trade. And then after that, even more trade. So, we've got some... Actually, we don't have any trade routes right now. Alright then, well, that explains the thing all through. I suppose we didn't really have a lot of convoys during the war, so that kind of stopped all the trading. Right, so, let's see. What are the things that we need the most? So I guess tools is one of the things. Didn't realise that we got... I mean, we don't know, we got a lot of that. Coal is one of the things that we need. Alright then, let's go ahead and import. Where could we get the most... Okay, there's not a lot of places that can actually offer us coal in a reasonable price. Then oil would be another one. There's also Ecuadorian market. Profitability of that is quite tiny. What about steel? I mean, we've got a fairly decent production of steel, don't we? Yeah, we do. But yeah, we can't actually buy that. Well, how about we try to export some of the tools then? I know that there's going to be... Oh, wow, we got 12,000 extra. Right, I suspect that there's going to be... Oh, wow. You know what, let's go ahead and export this to Jing. That's going to be fairly good profitability. It's going to be over 1,000 tools sold, which means that it's going to be making a huge profit. We could probably go ahead and sell also to the Russian market. And to the Persian market. That's going to be a few things at least. And of course, we've got also quite a bit of groceries that we could sell. Let's go ahead and export some of that. Now, who do we... Oh, Sicilian market would be quite profitable. Sure. Let's send some there. There we go, so that should start improving our economy even further, because one, it's going to make our industries more profitable, and two, it's going to give us the tariffs from selling the stuff, and also it may improve relations with those nations a little bit. Plus, it gives us a reason to utilize some of the convoys that we have, about 30,000 extra right now. And at the same time, well, actually, it's not using any of the bureaucracy yet, but it will probably soon enough. Alright, we do have the 13th Army that doesn't actually have anything. So is this... Where is this actually located in? We've got 1 battalion of skirmish infantry over here. I'm just going to go ahead and reorganize this into the 2nd Colonial Army, I think. Move all of that in there. Confirm. And then we'll be upgrading, hopefully, all of the troops accordingly. We've still got about 76 infantry, which is still quite a bit. I do actually wonder. If we were to attack Buganda, how much would that be into me? 8.5, that's a decent bit. But I think I'm going to do that. They might get a few nations helping them, which might be a perfect opportunity to then expand our influence in the region a bit further. I'm going to go out and... Oh, right, that's the main army. Oh, where did you get... I don't think I gave you extra troops, did I? Maybe I did. Oh, wait, no, that's the, yeah, it's the other army, Elbe army over here still. Okay, that's fine. So we've got an army. We can just quickly mobilize and move to the front. We don't necessarily need to mobilize this early, but it doesn't really matter. Like, well, they will take maybe a bit more attrition or all that during this, and it's going to cost us a bit more money. We're not really starving for cash in this playthrough, so I'm not too worried about it, considering that we've got full funding on government wages and military wages. We've got only a little bit consumption taxes. We could always add some more. And taxation level is only at low. Now the question is, who's going to join in on this particular war? If anyone, really. Oh, it looks like there's a bit of war going on in Varzingali, I believe. Yep, they got socialist revolt in there. More oil discovered in Western Java. How much is there now? Because I've seen that notification several times by now. They got 10 oil rigs. Okay, that's not really that many. I thought there would be at least like 20 or something. Well, I suppose you can't have everything. Actually, I wonder... Oh, right, okay. German Congo doesn't really have that much different flag from German Niger. Which is fair. Oh, yes, and we're getting even more food industries. I do wonder, is there anything else that we've got loads and loads? We do have actually quite a bit of rubber. Or furniture. Let's actually have a look at that. Anyone willing to buy some furniture? Ooh. Well, the Russian market seems somewhat profitable. And then... Well, there's some of these that might not grow all that high, mind you. But maybe we'll sell some to Martin and... Kutai. Maybe even Cindy. And Venezuela. I guess we could also sell Tunis and... Hold on, where was the... Oh, we're in paper market, yeah. There we go. Making loads of money now. I actually wonder, is that going to be enough to... No, we'd be losing a bit of money if we reduce the taxes. Maybe not like insane amounts of money, but a little bit. We'll keep it as is. So have they actually gotten anyone to support them? No, they have not. So still very much uncertain. But yeah, if we conquer all of Uganda, and then maybe take the Rift Valley and Equatoria off of Masai's hands, which admittedly is going to be a decent bit of infamy from those two. The one, or Equatoria isn't too bad, but Rift Valley is quite a bit. It was like, what, 17 or something? Oh, and we've surpassed 300 million in GDP now. Huzzah. The other side of the fence. People have been complaining about the difference in living standards between us and our neighbours in Switzerland. There's simply an example of a global economic inequality, increasing the trade unions' support. Clearly they are liars who cheat foreigners out of money. Reduce relations with Switzerland. Oh, we get a bit more radicals in Baden. No, we'll strengthen the trade unions a little bit. What's the worst that could happen? I mean, right now they're not that strong. They've got about 8%, even with that boost. Foreign manifesto for radical movement. Oh, sure. Perhaps they'll, you know, will maybe be able to push some more of the laws, but I don't think that's necessarily going to happen. But yeah, so they didn't really get any help. They've got 20 battalions, which is a bit more than what we have here. Ooh, there we go. Suez Canal complete. I mean, we had that completed ages ago. We only now got enough troops or enough people living in here to actually work that well enough, I suppose. Which I believe that's... Oh, hold on a minute. Does that unlock the... Maybe it does. The Suez Canal Company. It is possible now. It wouldn't necessarily be entirely profitable, but yeah, that would be 50,000 tax income. That's pretty good. And trade route competitiveness would be improved as well. So there would definitely be benefits to that, so I might You know, if we actually... Hold on a minute. Oh, and there's the war starting. Right, I believe our troops should be... Oh, yeah, they don't really have that high of defense. We got over 60 attack versus their less than 40 defense. So I think we'll be pretty good with that war. So, I'm just going to have a look at the tech tree a little bit. Is there still going to be another company? Oh, yeah, macroeconomics will be providing another company if need be. Don't suppose there's any other than that. Probably not. Nope, doesn't look like it. Right, and the first battle, I believe this is the first battle. Yeah, it probably is. So this is going quite, pretty much as well as I was expecting. Like, sure enough, we're taking some casualties, but it's nothing compared to the enemy's casualties, and we're definitely going to win this battle, and then the next one, and the next one, and so forth. I don't think they'll be able to recover their troops quickly enough. And since we only got, like, one army, getting the recruits to replace, or getting the replacement units, rather, is going to be fairly simple. Of course, they are recruited from the assigned states for the battalion, so it's not necessarily going to be quite that trivial, but it's close enough, quite frankly. Oh, there we go. That's another battle. Oh, it's pretty good offensive we have here, 70. I mean, again, it's not necessarily the highest in the world, but it's still pretty respectable. And my goodness, we've got about 50 million cash reserves already. I think at this point it might actually be time for us to reduce the taxes. Because I'm pretty sure that the private sector... You know what? I'm going to go ahead and allow the electric industry to be purchased by the private sector, because that's going to be giving us a lot of money again. It's going to reduce a little bit of the amount of bureaucracy that we need to upkeep them. Of course, you know, we do get a decent dividend, so we might actually overall lose some money. Honestly, I think that's fine, because there's going to be a lot more production, or a bit more production through those electric industries then as well. And we're building a lot of them, mind you. Oh, there's another battle. I believe, how much do we control the state now? 52%, so it's the usual 26% at a time. Not too shabby. I do actually wonder, how is our situation with engines looking like right now? There's still a little bit of a deficit. It's not the worst. Of course, we need a lot more cars. Well, numbers-wise, actually, we need more engines, but yeah, we do need a decent automobiles as well. I'm thinking that maybe we should start increasing the production of engines as much as possible, and then start switching the motor industry to build cars as well, so we can get a lot bow, and thus we can then switch the militaries to start using vehicles instead, which should increase the speed that we conquer things with. I don't know if it's going to have much of an impact on the sort of skills of our troops necessarily, but I'm sure that it will probably have some positive impact. Go ahead and reset the production methods just in case. I don't know what exactly we got through here. Do we have a railway in here, by the way? We do. Okay, now that it's going to be part of our market, that should be able to hire plenty of people in there and get the resources they need for that. So that's good. And right, so the authority is still... we got still a good amount, actually. I suppose what I could do is I'm just going to put another consumption tax. Coffee is... that's a decent bit. It'll also put in the automobile tax, so we're not losing too much money. So essentially, whenever we sell something, we'll be making money. And the sealing strategy is going to be done in a few weeks. That's going to be quite nice. We do have over 80 infamy, though, so I'm going to let that drop a bit further down before we conquer Bunyoro. And then after that, we'll go to Ankole, and then the last two down here. And, right, that's... oh, yeah, that is the pretty East Africa that controls that. Oh, right, Britain has taken the area over here. And there we go, there's the civilian strategies. And we can switch the production method in our naval bases a bit further. There we go, that's going to be even more officers. Oh, the barracks should probably be on the correct one as well. Maybe the Wynias, I could... I suppose there would be a bit of profit if we start using the engines in those. And then maybe the fruits, we can also get a bit more... I'm going to put all the irrigations on automatic right now, so we can then increase the engine production as much as possible, while still increasing total production a lot as well. So we've got those built. Let's go ahead and start building a whole lot of motor industries. So let's see, motor industries. We'll have a look at the unemployed. Uganda's got quite a bit actually. We're going to build one in Frankfurt. Well, actually, those are peasants. There are a lot of peasants somewhere. Polson's got quite a bit. Oh, there's already got loads of motor industries, mind you. But it's also got a massive earnings in there. I'm going to get Anhalt to 20 total, and then we'll get Posen to 30, I think. That's going to be pretty impressive numbers then, I suppose. Ooh, establish the film arts completed. The moving picture. The acquisition of film recording equipment and establishing movie theaters throughout German Empire has led to a fledgling film industry taking root. Film is the perfect tool to capture the harsh reality of our age. That would increase the trade unions and rural folk approval and pop attraction. Admittedly, the rural folk aren't influential. I would go for intelligentsia and petty bourgeoisie. Or we just... Ooh, mass broken. You know what? We're going to get the tech forward a little bit. So the next thing that we're going to research is Tretnor. That's going to be taking about a year and a half. So that's not too shabby. So we've got that one done at least. Ooh, and we've got 322 million now. I suppose putting the automated irrigation on may have increased the total production quite drastically. And we've got the stonks once again. We have already had that already on this run, but it just means that our companies are starting to be profitable again. Yeah, we got 3 of them that give the bonus. The forest conglomerate doesn't really make the profit. Not sufficient profit anyway, but it's fine. I'm not too concerned about that. And we're making a pretty good amount of money right now. 70,000 per week. With very low taxes. I mean, we've got a couple consumption taxes, mind you. Ooh, we can decrease autonomy of German Niger. Turn them into a colony again. Would they actually accept that? It will increase their limited desire, but that's fine. It will increase the German Senegal's disapproval of us, but that's fine. So how much does the... Oh, right, yeah, the support regime, that's a 0.1 per week for the Liberty Desire. We can actually keep that there for a while. I mean, we're not going to annex them. We're going to keep them as a colony, but we just want to turn them back into a colony, rather. Like they should be. Oh, and here we go. We're now making 30,000. I do actually wonder, how high on the GDP list are our colonies? Well, German and Niger's got over 50 million. And that's pretty respectable number. And then German Senegal's fairly high as well. They got the 18th highest GDP. We've got over 4,000 prestige by now. And yeah, the economy is still growing faster and faster. Oh wow, are the Swiss still higher than us in the... No, it's Navarra that's got a higher standard of living. They got 20.5, that's rather impressive. That's an average. I mean, for us, the upper strata have got 52 standard of living, middle strata has got 23, and then lower strata has got 17, which is also pretty good. Ooh. Okay, Spain and France are going to be fighting. What's this then? Sure. Ah, right, so France wants to basically conquer all of Sumatra by the looks of it. So thus Spain is joining in. I wonder, actually. I could negotiate support. Let's see, what war goal could I ask for? How much would conquer states... Well, most of them do cost quite a bit. Let's say something like French Comte, that'd be 23. Champagne is probably going to be 26, that's not going to happen. I could also just go for... Oh, actually. Gabon. Where is that? Oh, maybe I can't because I don't... Right, I don't control anything in here right now. Okay, what? Let me just double check. And then we've got the interest in there. Okay, maybe it's a different war goal then. It's probably return state. Aha! Yes. Let's go. Been a while since we fought the French. Just double checking that everything is... yeah, everything's pretty good in here. So we'll get one of the big armies to the French border already. Just make sure, yeah, it's on the defensive. And then we've got, of course, do we still have, well, we've got a small army over here. I guess this one should probably be, well, it's actually not too bad. Need a general for this, quite frankly. Open tree, you know what, that's actually not too bad. Recruit that one. We've got these now, let's, oh right, and of course the, oh right, but German Congo is not going to be in the war quite yet. I suspect that they probably will be once the war actually starts, but they're not in there yet. We're now fighting on the same side as the Spanish are. Belgium might be joining on the enemy side. But so be it. Oh yeah, there they are. No surprises there. Right, let's go ahead and send in another army to the... Or maybe another 2 armies to the front line already. So we'll have 200 battalions there waiting. Well, we can probably hold them back quite nicely. Do we have the... Yes, let's get the Elbe army down to... I guess to the Nile HQ. Or actually, I could send them to the Spanish South Cameroon, actually. That seems like a good idea. So how bad is the enemy numbers? They've got over 200 battalions. I've still got the 60 battalions heading in. Actually, no. Oh yeah, I did have the 60 battalions. I've got another 60 battalion army over here that I could actually just send in there. And then I'd start to have the numbers advantage in here. Now, admittedly, I think the... They got a slightly higher defense than my offense. But their offense is a lot less than my defense. It's going to be a bit costly though, so I'm going to increase the taxes to low taxes, just to be on the safe side. We've still got another 30 battalions at least that we could hire, plus all the conscripts that we could hire. We've got a bit of a fleet over here. I could probably... Well, you know what, actually, we'll keep the Royal Fleet over here in North Sea, and then we'll have the smaller fleet over here in the English Channel, sinking enemy convoys. I think that's actually going to be fine. I'm guessing the Spanish are going to be... actually, I don't know. I suspect that the French are probably kind of scared of my armies over here, so I think they are going to be mostly focusing towards my front. If not, I'll just go ahead and conquer or march into Paris again. It's been a while since we got there. I think it's been like at least 20, 30 years, something like that. I do actually see that we are out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, that links down in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.